Hey everybody, and welcome to the Hot Tag with your girl Izzy. Today I am so excited to be joined by the Mellow of Big Starks brand. She's known as the Space Jesus and the Blue Gremlin, which I think is an amazing nickname. I wish I had came up with something like that. She is Billy Starks. How are you doing?
Good. I'm happy to be here.
Yay! I'm so happy you're here. So what's been going on lately? Give me a little update.
I yesterday I went to Toledo, Ohio to go train with the Rascals. Um,
Wow.
Wrestling's finally somewhat back, so I'm wrestling on the weekends again. It's not as crazy as it was where I was in a different state almost every single weekend, but
Oh my God.
it's the point where I'm on the road again.
Awesome. That's so cool. So I know everybody has had some sort of like show or series that they've been watching during this pandemic. Is that the same case for you, or is there something else that's been keeping you occupied?
So I most definitely got back into Netflix because like for the longest time I would just skip out on shows, and a lot of times like when I was home it was like
Mhm.
I just want to rest, or I'm gonna go jump on the trampoline, try to hit a 450. So when I finally was home and like was able to relax, I started playing video games like nonstop, and like I got addicted to Call of Duty and Dead by Daylight. And then I also am a painter, so like when wrestling was happening, I never was really home to like paint and enjoy it. And when I finally was home, I was like, oh, I can paint again. Oh, I'm gonna do this.
That is so cool. So what do you like to paint? Like, what's like a subject that you absolutely love to like draw and everything?
So like my mixture, so like a lot of times it's either like really funny memes. So like on my wall, like I can show it is like
Oh my
that
God, yes.
of like him burning.
Oh my God, I've seen that before. That's so cool.
And then there's also like I'm very artsy, so like there's also like a Pinky Promise galaxy thing because it was like a thing to represent me and my friends about
That
like,
is
oh, we promise to always be friends.
That is so cool. Like, I love that you showed this like during an interview. That's like awesome. Now, I think we got to get into like the real questions. We can't like I got to get into the real questions. Serious, serious this time. So, what I was looking for in my next interview, I think what really caught my eye about you is how fun and colorful you are. But for those who are unfamiliar, who is Billy Starks? What's her style? What's her story?
So I'm just a kid from Louisville, Kentucky who loves wrestling. All of my nicknames are jokes or things that just have made me smile, so I thought they'd make other people smile. Um, I'm a happy-go-lucky wrestler, um, and this has been my life for the past 2 years.
Man, that's awesome. I love the nicknames part. Like that definitely makes me smile. You have accomplished your goal. So if you had the pencil, what would be like the final scene or like the storybook ending for Billy Stark?
Honestly, I don't know what it would be. Like, I never see myself stopping, if that makes sense. Like, I always
Wow.
feel like I'm
Mhm.
going to be around wrestling for the rest of my life.
That is so. Oh, this is awesome. Like I kind of see myself in you. That's like, oh my God, like I'm freaking out right now. So I know you learned from some of the best in the business, like WWE Hall of Famers Barry Windham and Ricky Steamboat. How did you take all the knowledge that you learned from them and apply it to pro wrestling and even your life outside the ring?
So, what I've learned is a lot of what advice I get from wrestling applies to my real life too. So like when I'm training, they're like, okay, just try this, or you got to work hard. You're going to have to be in these car rides. It's gonna suck and tear up your body, but if this is really what you want to do. You have to fight for it. You have to want this, and like that's with my daily life too. Like if I want to be my stage director because I'm in theater, I have to be like, okay, how can I look better than all of these other people who've actually done it before? How can I make myself look like I deserve that position?
That is, oh my God, like this is so cool already. Like I'm so enjoying this already. So you said you were in theater, like that's awesome. So like basically, what do you do in it?
So when I first started theater, um, this is like my first year. This will be my second. I did after school theater plays and helped with
Mhm.
costumes and stuff because in my head I was like, oh, I can do this, so it'll help me design gear and like start to be able to do my own stuff.
That is awesome. I love that. That's like really cool that you were able to like take like a simple school activity. I don't want to call it simple. I'm sure it's very complex. And like do an after school activity and really turn into something to help with your career. Now, whenever I look at your social media, there's always some sort of wrestling show that you'll be working. And I think it's really cool that you try to get hooked onto as many shows as you can while getting your name out there. But I'm sure the travel and the possible stress can really make you say, whoa, I have a lot going on. With that being said, do you ever get overwhelmed? And if so, how do you collect yourself?
I believe everybody gets overwhelmed and has their moments. Like I have my friends who outside of wrestling still support me and are like, here, if I might not understand what's going on with you, but I'm here if you need to talk to me. And I feel like everyone should have those people that they have to talk to because our world is so crazy with everything going on. And I do have friends in wrestling who like are like, here, let's hang out, here, let's do this, and it helps with that overwhelmingness. I'm like, okay, I still have a life outside of wrestling. I still can take this break and still just hang out with my friends. And then I also am like a big fan of music. And one of my friends always sends me music almost every morning just to like get me in a good mood. Even if it's like a sad song, we're still like, oh, this was such a good song, and we get excited about it.
I love that. What type of music are you into?
So I'm very all over the place with my music. So I love Billie Eilish, part of the reason where my name gets from.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I am addicted to the front bottoms. My mom is a huge Weezer fan, so I've always grown up on Weezer.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I'm also like all over the place. Like I'll listen to hip hop and then I'll listen to like hits one. I'm like you. Like I'm like I don't know what to listen to, but this sounds good. So as I was saying before, you go to a lot of shows and you're working them. But one of your most upcoming shows, you will face the Impact Women's Champion Deonna Purrazzo on October 3rd at BLP. Purrazzo has a lot of experience and she's a current champion. What is your mindset going into this match and how are you preparing?
I think I'm always prepared for any match that I'm going to have because of how often I am in the ring and how often I'm training to be better and better and better. And I'm surrounding myself with people who are like, okay, so what do you want to do? How do you want to show out during this match? And I was like, okay, that is my mindset. How can I show out? How can I prove that this is the match I deserved and this is the opportunity I was given? So let me show why I deserve this opportunity.
I think Deonna really needs to watch out. Deonna, if you are watching this, watch out for Billy Stark. She's coming after you. So I know you're known for being from space, and I've never met anybody who is from the stars. Is pro wrestling different outside of Earth, or is it kind of the same? I gotta ask this because I don't know if I'll find myself wrestling in the Milky Way.
Honestly, wrestling has its different style everywhere. Like wrestling in Tennessee is a lot different than the wrestling in Indiana, but everybody has their own style and how they like to, and whatever the crowd likes is what you go with.
I'm sure the aliens out there, they probably do whatever they want. Yes,
They
of course.
just want some intergalactic war.
Oh, I'm all down with that. A little bit of Star Wars, heck yeah. So the final question: where can everybody find you on social media, and where can they find some of the action from you?
So if you look up on YouTube, some of my Black Label matches come up. You can put in Billy Starks, and it will come up. And all my social media is BILLIE, and then Starks, STARKZ. And yes, I spell it with a Z because I'm fancy.
Ooh,
Um,
fancy.
yes, and then there's also IWTV, and I have a bunch of matches on there.
Awesome. And I will be linking all your social medias in the description below, so you guys go check it out. And make sure you guys tune into her match against Deonna Purrazzo. I'll be watching it. I think it's gonna be excellent. Like I can't wait. I'm so happy for you. Like you're facing Deonna Purrazzo. Like that's crazy.
I'm so excited to see what happens, and I hope I put on a good show for everybody.
I think you are. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great conversation with you. Definitely cool to see kind of like myself in you, like a little bit, like from the music to like, I don't know, just learning from like some of the best in the business. Like it's really cool. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you guys for joining me on this episode of The Hot Tag with your girl Izzy and Billy Stark. I will see you guys next time.